Good Monday morning. We're wrapping up Volume 5 of the Bible Engagement Project curriculum. Listen. James chapter 2 says, "What good is it, my brothers, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can that faith save him? God has joined faith and works together, but perverse human nature will insist upon splitting them apart." In the apostolic age, Paul met with many people who made works everything to the neglect of faith, and James met with others who made faith everything to the neglect of works. As I'm fond of saying, the truth generally lies between the two extremes. Today, multitudes who aren't connected to the church are saying that good conduct is the one thing we need, while what you believe, it's really unimportant. On the other hand, inside the church, many cling to lifeless formal faith, a faith which gives intellectual assent to theological ideas, but it doesn't influence behavior. Today's passage addresses the heresy of faith without works. What good is it, my brothers, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can that faith save him? This verse is not so much about hypocrisy as it is about self-deception. The person who has faith without works has faith of a sort, but it's only that cold faith of the intellect. It doesn't purify the heart, doesn't renew the will, doesn't revolutionize moral nature, as saving faith always does. Its weakness is seen in the fact that it is unproductive. Intellectual faith does not stir up the person who has it to any behavior of self-denial or of sympathetic care for others. This kind of faith, it can coexist with prejudice, with a foul mouth, with an uncontrolled temper, but it's not saving faith. If it were saving faith, there would be things like family prayer, discipleship, some sort of real sacrifice of time and money for the kingdom of God. Faith that does not fill your heart with love for God and which does not produce practical sympathy towards the needs of people, it's worthless, illegitimate faith. Verses 15 through 17 give a hypothetical example, and then in verse 18, James makes a direct challenge. "Show me your faith apart from your works, and I'll show you my faith by my works." Now don't forget that this book is a family matter. This challenge is not me walking up to a total stranger and saying, "Hey, your faith is useless." The picture is of a true and consistent believer in conversation with someone from his tribe. What grabbed me this morning about this passage is how this doctrinal position of James was practiced emphatically by the Apostle Paul. Paul's experience of true saving faith is recorded in Acts chapter 9, verses 5 and 6. I don't read from the King James Version much these days, but boy, in the KJV, this just grabbed me. Paul said, "Who are you, Lord?" And the Lord said, "I'm Jesus, whom thou persecutest. Is it hard for thee to kick against the pricks?" And he, trembling and astonished, said, "Lord, what wilt thou have me to do?" Paul 100% agrees with James. Saving faith goes beyond knowing who Jesus is to asking Jesus, "What do you want me to do?" Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some work to do.